All right, number 8. Now this, to be honest, looking at it, looks like a doozy to me. So we need to break each piece down, which means I'm gonna have to do some busting bees and some things are gonna factor out. So let's get started because I think this is gonna take a while. Here I notice this is a difference of squares. It's a 5 because he's a perfect square. 4 is a perfect square as is x. So he's gonna break down to a 5 minus 2x times a 5 plus 2x. Okay. The bottom, I am going to look at that. I do notice 6, 9, 15. I'm going to factor out a number first. That'll make my life easier. I'm going to factor out a little 3. And if I factor out the 3, that's going to leave me with what? 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. And that's a little bit easier to deal with. Okay, so that's a little easier to deal with. So let's do that. 3 times 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. And we'll come back and play with that again in a minute. Times, up here, 6, 2, 4. I can factor out a 2. What's going to be left behind? Whoops, a 3x squared minus an x minus a 2 over this guy. Nothing's going to factor out there. So I'm going to have to end up doing a little busting B, but I'm going to have to do busting B in a minute to these guys also. So we have a 2x squared minus x minus 10. So we're going to have to do some busting B's here. There's just no way around it. So let's break down this one first. Remember what we're going to do. We're going to have to go 2 times the 5. 2 times 5 is how much? It's going to give us let's do it over here, a negative 10. Okay, a negative 10. Now, what gives us a negative 10? 1 and 10, 2 and 5. And I will come back and show you a different way to do this problem. But here's the math to it, which again is a little complicated. So one of them is negative, one's positive. What's going to create the plus 3? It's going to be this with a plus 5 and a minus 2. So it's going to break down to 2x squared. We bust the b. The 3x gets busted apart to a minus 2x plus 5x minus 5. We group, factor out a 2, left behind with an x, a 2x, left behind with an x minus 1, plus factor out a 5, x minus 1. You'll notice this then is an x minus 1, 2x plus 5. Okay, that's pretty important because you'll notice that you have a 2x plus 5, and right up here's a 2x plus 5. All right, let's see where we continue. So that's that one piece. We still need to do the other pieces. We probably could see these. That's what I would like to do, but let's just do it like we've shown. 3 times 2 is going to be negative 6. Factors us at 1 and 6, 2 and 3. We need a difference of 1, so it's these guys. Negative is going to go on the 3, positive on the 2. That way you end up with a negative x. So when we break that down, it's 3x squared. We're going to go with, I'm going to put the minus 3x first, plus 2x minus 2. That way I have a plus in the middle, which is always what we want. So what factors out here? A 3x, leaving behind an x minus 1. 2 factors out, x minus 1. So this guy breaks down to x minus 1, 3x plus 2. Okay. And finally, okay, we got one more to go. We got this guy right here to go. 2 times the negative 10, negative 20. And negative 20, 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 3 times nothing, 4 times 5, negative difference of 1. So it's 4 and 5. You end up needing a negative x, so we're going to put the negative on the 5, positive on the 4. So he will break down to 2x squared. I bust that negative x down to I'm going to put the minus 5x first, plus, so the plus is in the middle, 4x minus 10. Group these, just an x comes out here. We're left behind with 2x minus 5 plus a 2 factors out here, leaving a 2x minus 5. So it is a 2x minus 5 and an x plus 2. Okay, she's a bit she's a bit dirty here. She's got a lot of stuff here. It is very messy. So here's what we have, though. We've now broken it down. I think we can do well with it. So I'm going to put this right here. Just need room to see it. It's a 5 minus 2x, 5 plus 2x, over, this is a 3. And then what did this guy break down to? It broke down to this, x minus 1, 2x plus 5, times. All right, this is a 2. And then what did it break down to? This 3x minus it broke down to that, x minus 1, 3x plus 2, over. The bottom simply was a 2x minus 5. See how messy it is? Disgustingly messy. So let's see what we can do here. Well, first of all, I see that's a 2x plus 5. That's a 2x plus 5. I got an x minus 1 here and x minus 1 here. I got an x plus 2, 2x minus 5, 3x plus 2. This is all that I'm seeing disappear, except for a little trick here. So what I'm also noticing is this, that 5 minus 2x and 2x minus 5, those guys look very close to being able to be knocked out. All I need to do is I can go in and I can multiply to get rid of those. I'm going to multiply this guy right here, -1, -1. That is the same as 1, so it doesn't change anything. But when I do this, that -1 times 5 and -1 times a 2x changes him to a positive 2x and a minus 5 is what it does. And it changes the 3 to a -3. So now this 2x minus 5 can go away with him, which means that's all gone. So here's what we are left with. And this looks like one of the solutions. But boy, is it tricky. Everybody's gone here, right? Everybody disappeared except for who? On top, I had this 2 and a 3x plus 2. In the bottom, I have a -3 now and an x plus 2. Now, if you have a negative in the bottom, it's the same as negative in the top. So this is the answer. This is the solution we're looking for. So the answer is negative with a 2, with a 3x plus 2 on top, a 3 times x plus 2 in the bottom, and you will notice that is choice C. Now, I'll probably do another video of another way we could sort of look at this on canceling things out or using it on Desmos and figuring out the answer a little bit faster. But that's the math to it. And you can see, like I said, it is messy, but very doable, but a lot of busting bees here. So we have to have that skill.